Our chief came by Friday evening and prohibited me from entering the building and prohibited him coming because he said I violated the law and that he has been given full power by all of you to do anything to me at any time that he wants to. And I remember when the 3 container cars...
Okay, let's back up. You're here to talk about the items and the structure, not about Dr. Roberts and why he didn't come. We all know why he didn't come. And if anybody doesn't know why Dr. Roberts didn't come, is right there in front of you is the advertisement that was laid around town stating that there was going to be private tours given of the Hostetler, Rosalea's hotel.
No, it wasn't. It was private to people.
It doesn't matter. And that's not what the time was given for to enter that. And so thus, instead of making that officer be on duty all day long, every day, to make sure that unauthorized people wasn't going in, the chief said, nope, it's done, it's over with, and we give him that authorization back when we passed that last resolution. So,
well, I was never told that.
Yes, you was.
No, that we couldn't have 2 people at a time,
No,
and they were going to help me carry things out as volunteers.
That's not what this says. This says
No, that's what it
this
says.
says it was private tours. It doesn't say come and donate money to help me carry stuff out. It says.
Well, it didn't happen, and I lost another week. That's fine. I know it's martial law. I know.
It's not martial law. Now, Rosalie, you got one more chance to continue speaking. Are you going to speak on what's inside the building, or are you going to sit there and degrade us and our officers of Harper? Are you going to continue doing that, or are you going to talk about the stuff in your hotel that needs to come out?
Is Nancy here? Did she get here? She's coming. She's a workforce worker who's going to help organize the collections with me. She will be a paid worker by the workforce, if you're familiar with it, as a kind of retraining for her. And we will work in the front office where it's warm. She needs to stay warm, and I will bring her the clothing to fold and organize according to category because it's a 50-year collection of very Americana clothing, very not expensive, to value, but historically very special. And Dr. Roberts has sent a letter that he wanted me to read. Harper City Council, Harper, Kansas, dear members of the Harper City Council, thank you for allowing me to address your meeting through this email communication. I am writing to you to express my support of Rosalea Hostetler and the work of the Bomber Fund to preserve the historic buildings and culture of Harper and the surrounding area. One of the many reasons historical buildings must be preserved is the character they bring to a neighborhood or to a community. Historical buildings, including Rosalea's Hotel in Harper, serve as important reminders of the past. Understanding the past and having reminders of the past in architecture will allow people to understand where they are and where they are headed. Our world moves faster and faster with each passing day. But when citizens understand what the community has gone through and have visual reminders of their past, then they feel more connected to a place. This helps build a healthy community. Also, preserving our past gives us understanding and hope for the future. Preserving buildings means saving on construction costs by making use of structures that already exist instead of raising old buildings just to create new ones. Many old buildings remain structurally sound even if they were built a long time ago. Preservation promotes respect for those that came before us and those who will come after. Preservation encourages citizens to become active in their own government and fulfill their rights and responsibilities to create a strong, viable future for their community. Cultural and heritage tourism is a rapidly growing industry. Preserving buildings buildings allows a community to tap into this industry, bringing more jobs and dollars to the local economy. Also, the restoration of a building is more labor intensive than is new construction and also demands more skilled labor, thus resulting in higher wages for more economic impact. Today, more than ever, the preservation of historic buildings and artifacts is critically important to all prairie communities. Thank you again for this opportunity to share with you my support for Rosalea's many, many years of work on behalf of the Harper community and her outstanding special collections in our library documenting an important time in prairie history. I trust you will do everything you can to support her work. Sincerely yours, Randy Roberts, Dean of Library Services, Pittsburgh State University. And I do have a copy that I will give to each of you. And then added to that was an email from a regional newscaster. I don't want to say his name on the video, but you will all recognize who he is. He says to me upon his retirement, "Let's stay in touch. You are one of those people I've known and respected for years. My departure doesn't change that. I hope life is getting better for you. I think about you often." And I have available for any of you that might want to see it tonight. Just let me know. I will go out to the West Christies. I do have the blueprints from the engineer and the architect for all of the repairs. They're big. They're unwieldy. And I will have them laid out there if any of you want to see them. We are getting ready to start the phase 1 with Harper construction before very long. But in the meantime, the heaters are running, the water's on over there. We just, did Nancy?
I'm here.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I didn't see you. Nancy's going to be working with Workforce and helping me inventory and catalog the collection, and it's warm, in that. And the engineer and architects had used the office. There's no problem with that front part of the building. And that part of the birds they said that's structurally safe, it's just unsightly. And they said you can do that. And all I know is just continue the same hours that was there before. I mean, it's very inconvenient sometimes, but that's fine. You're the boss, I'm not.
I've got one question for you, Rosalie. If you've got the plans and the engineer, and soon to be the funds to restore this, why is it important to get that stuff out right now?
Because you told me to.
No, I didn't. I ever tell you to get anything out of there. Nor did this council. Neither did this council. You asked this council to go back in there to get stuff out of there. It's exactly that resolution. If you've got the plans and you've got the engineer and you've got the funds, what's the sense in moving everything out that you're going to move right back in?
Well, the clothing collection is going to move anyway. See, that came from the demolished warehouses and was not to be in there.
But see, that's what I'm asking is why is it important to get it out now over the winter time when you can do it in the summertime?
Because I've got help.
After they've restored the building.
Because I've got help. I've got help now, and she isn't available in the summertime.
Just winter, yeah.
So
That's why.
that's my
It's
point.
very important to have the help. Very, very important. She's good help for me. Very good help. And I'm thrilled that she's going to be working for Workforce. We've waited quite a while to get an opening. And that's all we're asking is just let's continue the same kind of hours. So that, she can help me. Does anybody have a problem with that or what? I mean, I don't know.
Any comments from the council? I mean, pretty much just heard what my opinion of it is.
I do want to tell you that the architect has asked me to keep minimal heat on because it saves the building, and so that has to always be regulated. You know, it's heaters, but if it's real warm, I don't want to waste electricity. So, but if, you know, have pretty much the same hours, I think it would work all right with the heaters, you know, because I can predict what the weather's coming while watching the news. But all I know is I want to get this finished as soon as possible, and I'm really worn out. That's all I can say. I'm very tired.
Is this the only problem? Has there been any other?
Yeah, this was the issue. And
I don't know if it's appropriate to ask Mr. Mayor, but I would be curious to know how fundraising efforts are going and where we stand with the amount of money that is needed to
I think
restore the
that's,
building.
can't be another.
You know, the other question, and I'm not so sure it's a concern of the council's, is the fact is workforce aware of the issues with the structure to allow an individual employee to come in there and work. That's workforce's issue.
No, it's not where you'll be sitting. She'll be sitting. She won't be moving. And most of it will just be right here on the first floor. We'll just be folding and identifying and tagging. There is another project down the line for those things. And it will be transferred eventually to another location.
It was pretty much the reason why we allowed them to go in this last time was for winter clothing and to get out some historical items, and I think they've had a month or
October 13th.
so.
When?
October 13th.
A month, and I don't think there's been a time you haven't had it open, is there?
I couldn't go last weekend. This past weekend I wasn't.
Other than this last weekend that we shut it off, other than that, it's been over every other
time that
weekend.
she's requested, she's been allowed.
Okay.
And Mr. Mayor, I'm also concerned about the ground activity that we've had in our area and whether or not there's been any additional damage to that building.
No, there's none.
So,
None. The architect looked at it, there's none. They dealt very well. And I myself even don't have access to the front half of the building right now. Just, as they said, it's better. Just be on the safe side. And that's all. I just want to continue saving, continue the work of saving, keep going, because it takes a long time to go through 50 years of your life that you want to give back to make the world a better place.
any comments from council?
In a percentage category, how far along do you